Hey.
Yo.
What's
I
up,
missed you
guys?
guys.
I missed you guys back. Like, for real. I haven't seen y'all in like a couple, like, withdrawal.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely have.
I was scratching.
2 weeks, but it was a good 2 weeks.
Get the
we
cheat
needed a little
code.
break. A lot of shit happened in the world.
True. I went to Paris. That was awesome.
How was Paris?
First of all, we all have to learn how to take vacations. I'm talking to myself.
Facts.
Yeah. Because I came back rejuvenated and remotivated. And nothing does that like a week away. Mm-hmm. The thing about Paris is I checked the weather before I went, and it said it was going to be in the high 40s, low 60s. So I brought a hoodie and some T-shirts. And then I got there, and it was 29 degrees.
Damn.
It snowed the first day. So what that did was that it fucked up my entire plan, right? Because I didn't have the proper clothing. And you may have noticed I'm kind of a big girl. Well, I can't just go to the store and buy my sizes in Paris because I'm too big.
Right.
So I had to go find like oversized sweaters that would fit me and be like normal fitting for me, even though they were oversized. Mm-hmm. But what it did was it changed my plan. So once I arrived, what I had planned for the next 6 days was out the window. Mm. And it created the best vacation I've had in, I think, forever.
And you're a New Yorker, so, 40 degrees ain't shit. You're a fucking New Yorker.
Right, but 29 is shit.
Yeah, 29
is cold.
So, were you
29 is a
cussing
brick.
in French?
Yeah.
Were you cussing in French?
Yeah.
Were you speaking in French? You were speaking in French.
I was speaking in French. I landed. My decision was once I landed, I wouldn't speak English. I would only speak French. And that lasted for 5 of the 6 days. By the last day, I started to get a little uncomfortable with my accent, and I started to like speak half in English and half in French. And when I did that, I noticed the attitude towards me changed. Because when you make the effort to speak their language, they show crazy love. But when you come in like an American, like entitled and with attitude, they're like sort of snooty.
So you speak French? Do you read French? You understand it?
I read it better than I speak it. Yes.
Really?
I'm fluent. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. That's dope.
So let me ask you a question. Do people? I mean, obviously, people know who the fuck you are everywhere you go. But do they give you French music and shit like there? Do they give you like, hey man, check me out?
No. I had a guy recognize me on the street there, and he stopped and he talked to me in English. He stopped and he talked to me. I was a little uncomfortable though because I had just come out of Givenchy and I had just like dropped a shit ton of money, which I don't normally do.
Is that Givenchy? For you non-Paris visiting Givenchy.
Yes.
Carry on.
Yes, carry on. Please, Ferrari flex meter, please.
And I was actually a little uncomfortable.
That was a real Wendy Doll moment.
It was a Wendy Doll moment.
Put the Wendy doll on the screen. Okay.
Hey, but you know what? And the reason I asked that is because did you guys know that Deezer is unveiling a new feature where now I think 10,000 of their 90 million songs, 10,000 of the most popular songs in America are now available in different languages.
Oh,
that's
wow.
fire.
So you can go on there and you could real time translate the song from English to French, German,
really cool.
That's dope.
Arabic, whatever. So
Very
I thought that was
cool.
pretty cool. Especially if, but they don't have the one where you could reverse translate.
Oh.
So that's coming. Like if you're listening to a French artist,
right.
Unless you're like Wendy and can speak French.
Right.
I bet you.
I love listening to French artists. One of the saving graces, though, I always talk about the business of music. I don't really talk about my love for music. And the second day I was there, I was like a little bit sad because I had like all these plans. Like I was going to go to the fair, which is outdoor. I was going to a graffiti exhibit, which was outdoor. Right. So there were things that I couldn't do because it was just too friggin' cold. So I was a little bit sad. So I bought this little speaker and the sound is amazing. And I sat in my room doing some work and I just streamed music. And it was perfect.
Yeah.
Like I didn't mind that I couldn't go do all the shit that I wanted to do.
Right.
Music saved me. And it was just like the sound was great. I was listening to smooth jazz. I was listening to classical. I was listening to Jeezy. I was listening to Future. I was listening to Little Baby. Like it just really saved me.
Amen.
And it saved my vacation. And I got a lot of work done. I restructured my company on paper. Like there were so many things that I got to do that were so beneficial. And yet I was on vacation. I was in Paris. Great food, great people, great times.
Yeah, clarity.
And it was just cool as fuck. I got on a train. I went to the train station and I got on the first train that was leaving to go to the suburbs because I've never been to the suburbs as many times as I've been to Paris. And then I got off at the stop where the bulk of people got off. And I just like discovered. And
Footed it.
It was awesome.
No, I saw your pictures. I lived through your
was
pictures.
awesome.
That's definitely on my list of places to travel.
Did you see the? And I want to talk about your vacation too because that was pretty awesome from what I saw.
Yeah, I went skinny dipping with
Did
my
you
wife.
see the classical concert inside of the church?
Yes,
from
I saw that.
The 1400s.
I think I commented,
How
but that
cool
was
was
dope.
that? Yeah.
That was dope.
And the
And
sound was
it was really high in there too, right?
Sound Chappelle.
At one
it
point
was
in
really
time-
high and it was all I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
It was all stained glass. So all of the original colors were still on the floor because the sun couldn't come in to fade it. So stuff from like the 14, 15, 1600s still intact. That's just cool as fuck.
That's
I
fine.
remember a few years back, all the kids over there were writing about hip hop. Have they lightened up to it a little bit more?
No,
The
they
urban
love
culture?
hip hop. They love
it.
hip hop. Yeah.
Did they ever
Especially in
fix
the
Notre
suburbs.
Dame? Isn't the Church of Notre Dame in France
They're fixing it now. You still can't go in, but they're rebuilding it.
because of the fire, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember
Yes.
when that happened.
You know, I remember that too. Do you know they raised more money for the repair of Notre Dame than they did from the earthquake in Haiti?
Wow.
Like people gave more money to fix a wooden church than they did a wooden and stone church than they did to save lives. It's crazy to me.
That is
But that's a whole other subject.
Yeah.
So you went to the Dominican Republic.
I went to Punta Cana
Oh,
for my wife's birthday,
I speak
where
that
they
shit.
weren't speaking French; they were speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
There we go.
And they don't give a damn if you speak English or not. If you try to speak Spanish, they be like, "Hola, español." I'd be like, "No, muy poquito." I'll be over here like, ah. But my stepmom is Dominican, so I would literally we stayed at a resort. I would literally FaceTime her to communicate
Beautiful.
if I needed something
Translate.
specific. But then some people found out who I was.
Uh-oh.
Because I posted on social media and I tagged
The hotel.
the hotel.
resort.
I forgot that you can.
You can't do that.
I forgot that you can go on the tag things. So then when people are seeing me, they be like, "Hey, you're
motherfucker."
the radio guy, Atlanta,
you, man.
Atlanta,
Hey,
Atlanta."
fuck you,
So then every
motherfucker.
time I seen Atlanta the whole time, but
You gotta love it.
it was cool though. It was cool.
It was
You gotta
okay.
be careful. Your
This
ass
was my
get
wife's
kidnapped in
birthday.
the Dominican Republic.
Yeah. So I definitely had rules.
real.
I
Your
had
ass get
rules.
kidnapped out there.
Yeah,
Be
definitely
fucking
had
around.
rules. We went buggy riding. Went in the mud and went crazy. It was for my wife's
that's
birthday.
fun.
I learned. I'm still learning to be a good husband. So I didn't know
Talk to me about the food, bro.
the food was
Did
great.
y'all eat amazing food?
Yeah, we ate amazing food.
And
Rice
drink?
but you keep in mind, my stepmom's Dominican, so I'm already knowing what to eat.
Yeah.
Right.
So
You're spoiled.
Right.
I'm spoiled.
Yeah, you know the authentic.
Tostones, all that.
Right,
I'm
you
getting
know
all
authentic.
that.
Like,
you
hey
know?
man, Cuban sandwich don't have
So-
lettuce and tomato on it. Get the fuck outta
Man,
here.
listen. So I'm already tapped in.
Right
so
there, I'm
it
with
was
you.
good. It was good. We stayed for 4 days. It was great. Didn't want to come back, but came back. And just like you said, definitely got to do more vacations.
Yeah,
And,
we
clear
gotta
my head.
learn
I was
to
ready
do
to come
that.
back and get back to work, and it was dope.
Nice.
How was
I
your
was on the
vacation?
south side.
Yeah.
I was on the south side. I survived the jungle. You know, a whole bunch of shit on the south side. So shout out to Riverdale. South with an F.
Clayco?
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
Lauderdale.
listen, all three of us could not go on break at one time.
No.
That'll never be able to fucking
the world
happen.
would
So
stop.
I had all the fun in the world holding the fort down.
Thank you.
Nah,
Yeah,
facts.
it was
Thank you.
fun.
Yeah.
I love what I do. I wake up ready to go. You know, I
You
go to
really
bed ready to
do.
wake up. I like doing
Yeah.
this shit.
I get the texts. I see them.
At the ungodly hour, and I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Somebody's got to do it.
Our group
That's
chats
true.
are hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, very disrespectful.
I thoroughly enjoy them.
I like the shirt, Wendy.
Thank you.
We got to get our Get the Cheat Code merch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm starting to
Facts.
start ordering some shirts. We can get in here. Y'all can go to getthecheatcode.com and order the shirts. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, getthecheatcode.com. Go on there right now. Order a hoodie. Order a shirt. Order 2 shirts. Order 3 shirts. Order 1 for you. Save 1 as the throwback. And then give 1 away as a gift. You got all kinds of holidays
One
coming
time
up.
for your hat, sir.
Oh yeah, shout out to Draw Life, man. Shout out to Draw. You know, that's the family. Shout out to Walker and them. They plugged us in, so they gave me a big old box of merch.
Very
so
nice.
to show my appreciation, I always rock Draw Life whenever I get a chance, man. They're really, really fly.
Well, I want to get into it. You guys ready?
Let's do
Come
it.
on with it.
All right. First topic of the day: songwriters and producers, guys. The difficulties, the timing, the patience.
They don't make enough money.
Some of them don't make
Any money.
any
Right.
money
True.
for a very long time,
True.
and they get frustrated and quit.
Yeah.
A lot of them quit. More quit than succeed, in my opinion.
Most don't understand the business. So when it comes to the business, they think of the business being unfair. Fair is a place where they judge pigs. So it's got nothing to do with fair. Like we were talking about earlier before the mics were hot. Leverage. And a lot of these producers don't understand the mechanical side of it. They don't understand the collection side of it. And they damn sure don't understand. There's one word that every producer and even artist listening needs to perpetuity. Learn that fucking word, because they'll sneak that bitch in a contract on your ass real fucking fast.
Yeah.
A lot of these big time producers have produced major records that won't come out because the A&R hasn't signed off, because they don't know how much points he's going to get off of the song.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that interferes with a producer being successful at the next level, but a lot of that stuff has to do with in-house. Like, how many producers do you know, superstar producers, that have their shit together, that have their own curated playlist on these platforms? I know there's 10 right now in Atlanta that I could reach out and touch at any given time that have an amazing catalog, that if they were to reach out to some of these platforms with organization, they'll be able to put themselves in a grander position to be celebrated more as an artist, which in turn will increase their revenue stream. The more an artist sells a song or streams a song, the more money you make.
Right.
The more people know that you're the one that produced that song, the more song, production
The more
requests,
work you're gonna get.
the more work you're going to get, right? So, for an artist in 2022 that can't make any money, you're lazy. For a producer, you're slow. It's got nothing to do with being lazy. Because as a producer, you could release 10 beat songs, 10 beat albums a week.
Right.
And just release it on social medias.
Yeah.
And then whoever gets the most reaction, license them the song. And both of you guys laugh your ass to the bank. Shout out to Suede, the remix guy.
I was gonna say to producers, like, isn't it almost like you're sculpting
You're a producer. How is it for you?
facts? I mean, you're pitching. You're pitching beats to everybody. I'm making beat packs for everybody. I'm pitching song ideas to everybody, and I got paperwork ready to go. Like,
What happens when you give somebody a song and they like it and they record on it, and then you forget because they haven't put it out or haven't done the paperwork, and then you give it to somebody else and they like it? Then what?
Yeah, we gotta figure that out. Like,
That happens more.
It happens a
often than
lot.
not.
A lot.
Or sometimes a new artist would get it, but then a bigger artist would get it, and then the producer be like, "Well, I don't want you to have this no more." But then sometimes you should, in my personal opinion, I'm always going with the new artist, because the new artist is gonna push it. The new artist is gonna be excited. The established artist may not even put it out.
A bigger amount with Drake and 2 Chainz. That was Cool America's record. That was originally Cool America. Shot a video to it and everything in California. It was called Never Met a Dollar. I ain't never met
Same
a dollar.
beat.
There ain't no same beat. Buddha, it was the beat.
The
They
beat.
went in there and Buddha played it because they hadn't put it out yet. We had recorded it when we was doing our radio run in California. So they had recorded the record in California. Then we went out there and shot the video, all in the hoods, all in the jungles, everywhere that you could think of that you're not supposed to be with a camera. We were there, filmed the video. Came back in, and a couple months later, I guess that's when Drake had came into the city, and they was over as street execs, and Buddha played it for him. And
The rest
I
is
mean,
history.
you got to play your
the rest
best
is
beats.
history.
If you're a producer,
It wasn't
you're
a
in a
problem
setting.
because everybody that was supposed to eat off the record that had their business taken care of, they ate off the
They
record.
ate.
But you
Yeah.
said the most important thing, that had
Had their business taken care of.
Yeah. It's nobody's job to get you up and dress you for practice. It's nobody's job to drive you to it's nobody's job to do any of that. You got to be self-motivated. If this is what you want to do, then you have to wake up every day and learn what it is that you have to do to be
And then
successful.
actually do it. Because
Execution.
so many artists tell me, "Oh, we don't have split sheets because I didn't want to kill the vibe in the
No.
studio." Okay, now your song is blown up and you own less of your song than you should because you didn't want to kill a vibe.
And what if
It's
the song was
business.
your idea?
Right.
The only people that are scared of paperwork
gotta
are the
have the
ones that
paperwork.
don't have their business together. The ones that don't
Correct.
have, I had an artist just yesterday call me and tell me that the reason he never registered or completed his publishing setup is because he didn't have a driver's license. What does that have to do with the
What?
price of tea in China? Yeah, literally. Oh man, the label called
That
me and like, yeah,
sounds
we paid
crazy.
somebody to take care of the publishing. We need you to get all the information and send it over to the lawyer. Cool. We look at it, and the artist calls me and tells me, hey, bro, we got to stop everything because I don't have this set up. I said, what you mean? The people are already taking care of it. He said, yeah, man, but that was like 2 years ago and I didn't have a license. So, well, what you mean? But they told me if I didn't have a license, I could have set it up. No. Hell no.
No.
So, again, knowledge is, like Wendy said, power only when applied. You can know everything, but if you're not
you're not
executing
doing
it,
it,
you're not putting it to use,
right.
you're just another motherfucker that knows something.
You can't spend money marketing and promoting a song that you don't have the rights to, because you're going to go through this process and spend a lot of money to blow up a song, and then somebody else could just come along and use that beat.
Say, come here, let me get.
Can I give
Thanks.
y'all something else
Say
too
thank
for
you.
anybody listening that if they've been listening to this or an artist, they may have found this problem when they go on TikTok. It says their song is not available, it's not licensed for commercial use, and that's because they have an artist page. The only way to not get that error when you log in is to revert back to a regular page. So you can either get analytics and have access to your business, TikTok and all that stuff to where you can run ads, or you can, push the song, but you can't be the creator of the song and then boost it on your side to increase your revenue. They're not going to allow that. So that licensing feature isn't available. And it took me about 3 months to figure that out.
That's good to
and
know.
I'm not embarrassed
That's good
to
info.
admit that. It took me
I didn't
3
know
months
that.
to figure that out. Because I was literally contacting the distributors like, yo, what is y'all problem?
Right.
How the fuck is this song not licensed for commercial use, bro? What the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, man, y'all doing something wrong. So ultimately, through trial and error,
You figured it out.
we figured it out. There's only 2 types of profiles that you can have on TikTok. And I think we need to do an episode on TikTok one day.
Yeah, straight
Just
TikTok.
on some of the information of it, like how their algorithm is affected by the postings and what you need to have.
Because TikTok is different than everything else.
Everything else.
Yeah.
And it really, 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 really matters.
Yeah.
And it's really, 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 really important.
It really matters because of the amount of eyeballs on the highway. TikTok, think of all of the social media platforms as an expressway, okay? You have the lower level ones are streets, right? A lot of people aren't on them. They're stopping and going and making veer offs to go wherever they need to go. But when they get on the main ones, if there's a lot of people on the main one, you're going to see a lot of billboards, a lot of advertisements, right? That's where the prime real estate is. So a lot of these platforms
And
are
a lot
like
of traffic.
Right, they're freeways. They have a lot of traffic on them, so they're going to pop up the original advertisement because they know 300 cars are going to sit here. I think we had did the math one time at a stoplight, how many people travel in the car and stop. So you can mathematically get it down to where a science to where you can say this amount of people will see this amount of content on this platform. Again, having access to that platform is the key, and not knowing that you're going to want to go to business.tiktok.com to set up your business profile before you talk about paying a fucking influencer for a fucking TikTok campaign. Business.tiktok.com. Thank us later. Drop it in the comments. If you already went and signed up, drop it in the comments, man. Let us know that you went there and signed up and we gave y'all one.
Yeah, I could talk about TikTok all day. Moving along. For an artist, after doing songs, singles, right? They're dropping music consistently, selling their merch consistently, doing things consistently. When is it the right time for them then to drop an EP or an album?
There's no guaranteed recipe for it. In my opinion, we're going to single them to death until we have a record that reacts. And then you'll throw your best reacting records on that project so that when that project drops, it drops with all of the accumulated streams of those reacting records. And then you'll close out that project with whatever remaining songs you had on there individually as singles, so that while you're recording and preparing your new body of music, your already completed body of music is already in the cycle and it's rolling. So it gives you time as a creator. Once an artist drops a record, they just recorded 10 brand new ones. That's why most artists don't push a record when they drop it, because it's not their favorite one. It took too long to get there. I was in the studio last night with Zaytoven. Are you kidding me? I don't want to push this shit that I just did with Joe Blow. You understand what I'm saying to you? So in my opinion, I look at it like baseball, not to draw it out, but every at-bat isn't a home run. But if we get on base every at-bat, then by the time our 4th batter comes up, we're going to walk in our home run. Our 4th batter is our EP. So I'm dropping 3 records. It's going to take me at least 3 records to know who's listening. And before I can drop an EP, when I drop an EP, that means I'm dropping the bag on exactly who's listening. I'm speaking the language that they understand, and I'm giving them content that I've researched and tested that they engage with. And now I'm ready to commit.
And you've worked out all the kinks with your distributor and with playlisting and with everything else that you're doing.
And you've narrowed down to the core songs that people gravitate towards.
For me, I think the real answer to that question is, when is it time to drop an EP or an album, is when the fans want it. Because the worst thing you can do is drop a project and it goes double 10. It does nothing.
Because then it gets old. It's like a gallon of milk.
And
a gallon of milk has an expiration
publicly.
date. Every song has a birth date. So if I go on iTunes and underneath your song, it's going to have the month
date
and the year that it was
yeah.
dropped.
Right.
And if that motherfucker is 8 months old and that motherfucker ain't got but 12 streams or
It's a
300
problem.
streams, it's a
Yeah,
problem.
it's
It's
a
got nothing to
problem.
do with everything else and everything to
Exactly.
do with the problem that's looking at me in the face. And it's impossible to get a media platform that is priding themselves on covering what's hot, because make no mistake, every media outlet that you reach out to for support, you're reaching out to them because they cover what's hot. They don't tell you what's hot. They cover what's hot.
Agreed.
And if you're not hot, they can't cover you because
Correct.
then it throws their entire system into question.
Correct.
And that just, it gives everything a black eye. You can't give the game a black eye, man. No timing and no procedure. I think those should be when you know timing and you know procedure, that's when it's time to drop an EP.
Yes. And perception is everything. So you've got to worry about what is the perception before you drop. Because you can't buy the perception. That's
why the fuck would you want to drop an EP anyways? First of all, an EP is 9 songs. Anything more than 9 songs is an album.
Correct.
Right? So why would you want to give me 9 songs? I don't know you. Give me 9 songs after I know you. Right now, give me something to last me until the next song comes out.
Right.
And it should be that mentality, because every time that you drop a record, you're getting closer to the people that really listen to you. Because the first time you drop a record, nobody is supposed to listen to you. What the fuck? They're supposed to put you in the fucking Hall of Fame game the first time you come off the bench? You've never played a game in your fucking life. You've never practiced, never played at the collegiate level, never was an amateur. But here's a jersey, you're coming out of the half and we're down by 40 and you're going to win the game for us. That's never happened in the history of mankind. Magic Johnson, I want you to think about this. In the history of the NBA, how many superstars have come into the NBA since Magic Johnson? Michael Jordan, LeBron, AI, Steph, name them.
Kobe.
Magic Johnson is the last motherfucker to come in and win Rookie of the Year, and MVP,
and
Finals, the only one. And
Yeah.
you're talking some of the greatest basketball players to ever touch the fucking ball.
Facts.
Only one person did that.
Great example.
So, at the end of the day, play your fucking game. Come in and be an
That's a great example, actually.
Be an executioner.
Yes.
Be a killer, man.
Yes.
Find your
Yes.
goal and kill that shit.
And be a sniper. Don't be a shotgun.
Yeah.
Find your audience and go after them
Yes.
one by one.
Yep. Because even with a shotgun, you're not always going to get your kill.
No.
With a sniper, you're a one-hitter quitter, man.
There you go.
Right between the fucking eyes.
And you get time, you aim, you have to control yourself before you take the shot.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. I do have something that's gonna be a little different. I'm gonna ruffle some
What you
feathers.
got?
I want to ruffle some feathers today.
You're not ruffling feathers by wearing that
Tour
Hurricanes?
DJs.
Oh my goodness.
How much do they get paid? Do they get paid enough?
God no.
And I'm talking about goddamn
Well, are we talking about real checks or Instagram checks?
Real
'Cause if you look at
checks.
the Instagram check,
real checks. Real checks from tour DJs who do the big artists. I don't want to say I can't say names because I'm friends with a lot of these guys. But I feel an urge to speak on this because they ain't getting paid what they should be getting paid.
No, they never have either. It's been
If an artist is
ongoing
getting
problem.
$30,000 to perform for 15 minutes,
Right.
I know a couple of tour DJs that's getting $500.
I was just gonna say they probably getting 500.
And they probably just show up and play fucking music too, Robert.
I understand.
So if they're doing everything that they got to do on the backside, then there'd be no need for them to have to ask somebody else for some money. They'd be able to get some money themselves, right? So if you're in a city and let's say you're touring for XYZ DJ, and that DJ, you know that after that performance, he's jumping on a plane and going home. If you don't know that, how do you know to book an after party for $1,500 to make your money back and then spread your brand and your name? You want somebody else to give you some more money for what the fuck you're willing to do for $500. That's America, bro. You give people what they accept, not what they deserve. Get your leverage up, the cheat code.
Love it.
Okay. Bye.